Good morning. It is a nice 27 degrees out this morning, high of 57. See that? Blue sky. Today we're supposed to be getting a full solar eclipse. That sun is going to be over here this afternoon. We're going to be getting a full solar eclipse. Can't wait to see it. I've never seen a full solar eclipse before, so this is going to be wild. I'm curious to see three things: how it looks, if it affects the farm animals at all, if it messes, I don't want to say messes, but if you can see any difference in the cows, the goats, the dogs, the chickens today, and what it does for our solar. I don't think it's going to affect our solar really, because we have no clouds in the sky today, so I'm thinking we're going to be completely filled up with solar power in our batteries before the eclipse even starts. But if we are charging, I'll have to watch and see if we see like a drop in our solar from the eclipse going on. I'm thinking we will, but I don't think it's going to really matter for us today because we make so much power on a sunny day. But it's beautiful out, clear sky. Can't wait to see this. They were originally calling for a cloudy day, but I don't see a cloud in the sky. This is going to be fun. All right, so while we wait for this eclipse, it still hasn't come yet. The sun is still in full force. Let's check and see what the solar is up to. I bet you we're almost charged. Yeah, we're charged up already with the solar at 100%, which is awesome. So we really won't know what the eclipse does for our solar, but that's okay. But while we wait, we're gonna take care of this fence. We are using the Lifetime T-post in here, and the corner post took it hard this winter, and the ones back there broke. We'll get over there in a second, I'll show you. So I want to take down all the strings. We got to redo this because we have a deposit put down on new livestock, and they should be here, I think, shortly. We're just waiting for an email, right?
Yeah, I think weather and email.
Weather and email. We need the weather to get better and the roads to dry out so we can take a truck and trailer on the road to go get them and not get stuck, because mud season up here is no joke and we don't want to get stuck. So once it dries out, we'll take the truck and trailer and go pick up the livestock. So we need to take this down and repair it, get it ready for the new livestock, so when we get the email, phone call, we're ready for them.
Two reasons why the fence took it hard: the weather, the winter weather, the snow, stuff like that. And then our sheep 297 was teaching the goats and everybody, so they would just barge through. So I think between the two, the animals going through and the weather, it really took it hard, and that's what really happened to the corner post, but we got to get it fixed. This is going to be a holding pen for our new livestock for when they get here. They can get used to hear us, new smells, new things, get used to us, so there's a small area so we can have better interaction before we put them into a larger spot. So that's why we're kind of coming back to this area here.
All right, the way these T-posts are made, they're also the insulator, so the electric fence goes through the T-post. So in order to replace the corners, we need to take down every strand, because we got to get all the corner posts out. In order to get them out, we got to remove all of the fencing.
Whoa. Do we have to put all new?
No, we can reuse this rope.
Okay.
We just got to take it out and coil it up and save it on the other side. So we just got to take it back off until that corner. Last one.
This is what we need to be fixing.
T-post is supposed to be here, and then this T-post is broken and supposed to be here. These are the ones that are broken. So we're going to replace all of the corners and do metal T-post with those brackets that I have, so that way we don't got to worry about this happening again.
So will we continue having this as a barn?
I think for now, while we keep getting new livestock, this is a good area when we get them to keep them in for like 2 weeks before we introduce them to other parts or other animals.
and try to get them used to us and everything.
Right.
Are you having a little snack? An icy?
You skiing?
All right, let's see if we can just pull these out. That would be too easy.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. Almost got one. Jeez. So if you want to coil this up after. And
Just like you did there?
Yes, it needs to be tight.
Should have named him Chip.
Chip.
Wood chipper.
Wood chipper. Having fun?
I'm glad it's done. My hand's getting a little bit sore, but we're good.
All right, see how it's gonna come out. Well, a lot
Wow.
easier than I thought. So we'll leave that there so I know where the hole is. And then this one, we'll see if we can get this one free. And we'll go grab some metal T-post. Yep, okay, so let's just leave it so we know where to put everything. We'll grab 3 metal T-posts and a tape measure. All right, I gotta grab my T-post pounder. I forgot that. Bam.
Uh-oh. No chasing chickens. Brutus, come.
Good boy for stopping. All right. It's not super straight, but it ended up going in. Definitely hit a few things. You could feel it, but I think we can get that to work. All right, so I want to try to get one in around 5 feet. Right here.
Do you feel like that's in line?
I might have to shift it over some, but that's the distance. That one's a little warped.
You guys do it with your hands.
So far.
Oop.
As much fun as it is not working in the mud, I think this is like the perfect time of the year to put T-post in because the ground is soft.
All these projects, like doing the fence and doing just different things outside, gets us so excited for spring, which is actually spring, but it hasn't really felt like it. Gets us excited for just new projects and the homestead coming.
Yep.
Just kind of gives you a whole, when the sun's out, you just get this, I can't wait to do things. So
This is perfect temperature.
perfect.
All right, let's go up there. We'll get that corner, the T-post put in up there while we're pounding them. Let's just get all the corners pounded in, and then we can come back and do the bracing. This one is super waterlogged too.
It's so funny.
Hopefully this end comes out. Yeah, I think I can get it all out.
You look like you have camouflage earphones or whatever you call them.
Because I got paint all over them.
Yep.
We're not working in the workshop today because it's so nice out. So we figured we might as well take advantage of the nice weather days and get ready for the new livestock. Sheesh. Okay,
A new tripod.
there you go. Didn't last forever, but these corners did last 2 years, so I'll take that. Hit something, but we're in far enough.
Yeah. So not only did it last 2 years, the fence, the corners, but we also originally had goats in here, and then we ended up with our cows. So it lasted goats and cows, and then once the goats decided they learned how to get out of the fence, we haven't been able to keep them in a fence. So
All right, let's see if we can get this all apart. Put a rock right here because maybe we can use that. Probably can. It looks around 5 feet. Almost 5 feet, so we'll put a metal T-post there, put one there, and then I'll have to go further back that way.
Mr. Brutus, leave it.
Hey, drop it. Good
Boy.
boy. Covered my holes with stones so I would know where they were. I mean, that went pretty well.
Okay, I think this is the last one. Hopefully we can get it in.
Yeah, it usually doesn't work that way in the last one.
No.
See?
I could feel the whole ground shaking underneath me.
Oh, and I did that?
Yeah, so it must be a rock way over here.
Well, that went better than expected. We're gonna pick up our mess. We're gonna get some chickens in the smoker. We're gonna get ready to watch the eclipse. We got some friends coming over, and it's gonna be fun. I'm looking for the moon. I haven't seen the moon yet. I would kind of think that the moon would be out, but I guess we'll find out. I got our Dravo smoker preheating. Just about ready. We're gonna put the chickens in. I got the smoker going. We're gonna put some chickens in the smoker. We're gonna be eating good during the eclipse. I soaked these overnight in a salt water and maple syrup brine. So I'm curious to see how good these are gonna be. We have beech wood chips in here, so I am excited. We'll let those go and we'll be eating. So the eclipse is just starting. I'll put the filter on the camera and see if you guys can see it. It's pretty wild. It's just a little sliver that's getting covered up. Right on the right-hand corner. So the cameras aren't picking up the eclipse that great. I got time lapse going, see what happens. But the moon's over like a third of the sun right now. It's definitely cooled off. The weird hue, the animals don't mind. But it's gonna be interesting to see what it's like, where you can feel a temperature difference. You don't have the hotness of the sun going on. But the clouds are coming out, but they're not near the sun, which is kind of wild.
3 minutes. What are the chickens?
There's no clouds.
You can see a star right there. The cows don't like it.
I went whole black, but it's because my phone got in the way. Look at that.
Oh, look.
It's almost there.
Little spot.
Oh my god.
Oh, you can
Oh.
see it. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at it.
Don't look at it. It's almost out.
It's better when you look at it for real. Yeah, you can't see. Oh my god. Dark? I can't even tell. This is so creepy.
Oh, wow. There's stars right there. You can't see it on the phone.
Whoa, is that so cool?
Stars?
Whoa.
What is happening? Wow. Are you gonna remember this? You're gonna put this
It's starting to get brighter now.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, wow.
You can just see it a little
So we had the solar eclipse yesterday, and we were pretty much thinking that it was going to be more of a hype than anything, right?
Yeah.
It was amazing. So we were here, we had totality, we could see the whole eclipse. I've never seen a complete eclipse before. When I was in high school, growing up, we had an eclipse, so it was kind of like we saw one. When Olivia was younger, we saw an eclipse with her, but they weren't full eclipses or complete eclipses. That made a huge difference.
I don't even think I've seen any kind of eclipse, so it was awesome.
Once the moon started going over the sun and it started, say, getting probably like between 90 and 95%, it got dark, the wind changed, it got cool. Like before it, I was in a sweatshirt and I was getting ready to take my sweatshirt off and be in a t-shirt. I think it was like 64. And then it got cold. I kept my sweatshirt on. I never put a jacket on, but you and one of our other friends put winter coats on, got bundled up. The little girls got cold, bundled up, and when you were looking at it, you couldn't feel the heat of the sun hitting you like you do if you're normally looking at the sun. You can just kind of like feel like the sun rays radiating off you. You couldn't feel that. The chickens ran to the coop. The cows got close to the barn. The cows didn't really seem to mind other than getting close to the barn. I think same with the chickens. They didn't like freak out or anything. I think they just thought it was night. It was like, oh, time to head to our barns kind of thing. I think the big thing was the wind. We all felt a little funky.
It felt like a little eerie, like.
Yeah, I felt eerie. Like I felt like during the whole time, during the eclipse part, like you just woke up and it was like midnight and you're rubbing your eyes, kind of like disoriented, trying to figure out where you were.
Yeah, you're like, wow, am I seeing right? Like it just felt like the lighting was changed. It was definitely changed. It was really cool.
The sun rays were different. You could see like different reflections. Olivia was saying you could see the sunset like a red sky at night over here. Normally at nighttime it's over there. So that was pretty cool to see that that stuff was changing. We saw 3 or 4 planets. You could see Venus, Mars. I got a picture of it on my phone. Let's see what they say it was. So you could end up seeing Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and Mars. So that was pretty wild. That we definitely could see. I definitely saw Venus. I think we all saw Venus.
Yeah.
Most of us saw Jupiter, and I don't know if I saw Saturn and Mars, but you could definitely see which we thought were stars at first out, and it wasn't. Definitely one of those things, if you have a chance to see a full eclipse, and I would say if you're close, I would travel for it. Or if you're not that close, I would make a vacation for it. I don't think I'd want to like drive there that day and have to deal with all the traffic, but I think it'd be definitely something to plan for and travel there for like a week or something. We lucked out. We had no clouds. We have clouds today, but yesterday it was a clear blue sky, and then after we had clouds, it was 60s for us, which is amazing. We weren't supposed to have this nicer weather, but we did, so that was really nice.
So it was really cool leading up to it, and then during, and then after, like for a couple minutes, I was like, okay, but then it was like, it was done, so.
Right. When the eclipse was coming, it was exciting, and then once it got to full totality, it was awesome, and then once it started leaving, I'd say probably like past 80%, I was like, all right, let's go do something else now.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if you have a chance to see one. I would say go for it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. Everybody's all
Right, hyping everything up like
Yeah.
the news does nowadays. So we were just kind of like, eh, whatever, but it was
But
cool.
definitely seeing it on videos or on pictures and stuff is not the same. Like you don't get to feel the
Right.
change in the weather. You can't see the different lighting. I think like being in it for real is
Right.
really awesome.
So I have video clips. You guys have probably already seen them in this video. I haven't seen them as of yet, but looking through the camera, it doesn't do it any justice. We had the glasses, and you could see awesome. Without the glasses, you wouldn't be able to see the eclipse. Once it got to totality, you had to take the glasses off to really see anything. But we had the filter for the cameras, but I don't think it did anything. Maybe it looks better when I'm editing it. I don't know. But it doesn't do it justice, even if you do see the photos and see what it looks like, because the feeling while the full eclipse was going on was something totally different.
Yeah.
Especially like the wind, the coolness, and just how it got like nighttime out during the day. I don't know. You need to experience it if you can.
It was really cool too. Like you could hear, like for me, I'm like listening, and the adults, like what they're saying, the little kids are all excited,
Yeah.
and it was just really fun to like hear everybody. And it's like, I just hope the little ones. We had one that was 5, 6. I'm like,
just
are you
turned
gonna
5.
remember this? Like this is something that you can tell your kids. So it was really cool.
Yeah. Cookie mood like right before full totality, so I don't know if he could sense something going on, but that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was really funny.
So,
yeah.
But all right, we're gonna continue fencing now that we had our fun with the eclipse. We're using these wedge locks for our corner bracing. They work on metal T-post. I did try them on the plastic T-post when I was building this area originally, and they don't work. They won't bite on it. There's nothing to grab, so they just slide. We used them on the other fence. We really like them. It makes a good bracing, and it's a lot easier and less expensive than doing wood T-post with this style bracing. With our soil, it's very rocky. To do all wood post, you'd be digging a lot of holes, big holes, to get the rocks out and make everything work. So this works best for our situation.
Although I would love to have wooden fences. I think they're beautiful. I love them. Probably not going to happen here.
Not here.
Huh?
Not here.
Not here.
probably come down to here. Well, sometimes they go in easy, like that one. That one I had to fight the whole time. So I don't know if it's the T-post at different thickness every once in a while, or if these aren't all made the same. There's something that you fight every once in a while. So you should be able to, if you have good soil, put that T-post exactly where it needs to go so you don't have to cut the diagonal T-post. But our soil being rocky, we're limited on where our T-post can go. Like this one is a different distance than that one because of the rock. So I just take my die grinder, my angle grinder, and cut the T-post to the lengths we need.
So really what we're trying to tell you is that if you see us doing this and we can get it done, if you have good soil, it will go fast, easy.
Yeah.
It will probably set even better and nicer.
So now we gotta tension them up. All right, we're gonna try a different tensioning system this time. I have some grimples, and I had these before, but if you get the right tool, so you can use these just to splice two pieces of fence together, but you can also buy the tool, and this tool tensions it. So instead of having to have those tensioners that we have, you have this, and then this pulls the tension on it. It's set like a torque wrench to whatever tension you want. And then if you ever need to use these again, when you're taking your fence apart, if you just cut, the wire goes in one way and pulls like a Chinese finger, but you can still pull it out the other way. So you can reuse these all the time.
A Chinese finger?
Yeah. Like
Chinese finger trap?
Chinese finger traps. So if the grimple comes in here, and then you put your wire in here,
Right.
it spreads it, and then it clamps down on it. And then boom. So yeah.
You like it?
I do. We'll leave that like that for this one. We'll get this side, and then maybe we'll come back and tighten this one back up. So if you ever want to reuse this grimple again, you'd cut your wire here and here, and then you can pull it through the opposite direction. Okay, let go.
I can't believe the difference one day makes in green grass. Like, if you look over here, there was a little bit. If you squinted, you could see green. Or maybe my eyes were bad yesterday. But it's starting to green up right here. Even in this pasture over here, I feel like there's more green. Give it a couple more nice days, and we're going to have some green grass. Look at all this green.
One day of warmth and sunshine.
Sunshine.
So what they do is you pound this piece in, it locks it, but on the front here they got little tabs cut out, and this little notch sits on one of these so it can't go up or down once you have that wedge in. I already took my vest off, and then I had to take my sweatshirt off.
I took my jacket off and I put it back on.
You want to go down low. It's getting hot. I like it.
I just got a little chilly, so I'm like, I'm just going to put my coat on.
And let me get a grapple. It's in me back pocket.
It's called a grapple.
Grimple.
Grimple.
Grimple. You looking over your future pig pasture? Then I gotta slide it this way. Oh, it definitely ain't going anywhere.
I wonder what was wrong with that other one.
Oh no, it was super hard to cut.
So weird.
It took like 3 times as long to cut. Okay. 58. What a beautiful day for building fences. You just loving life, Brutus, or what? All right, so I got all of the corners done, and I cut the T-post that we were using for bracing lower just because it looks nicer. So we're gonna try running the top one and see what we think. Bam, and then okay, let's see how this works. Nice
It's
and
way better
tight.
than it was.
Yeah. All right, so we had, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands. We're either gonna do 3 or 4. All right, I'm measuring down 16 inches. Ouch. I like that a lot better with those corners being the way they are, because you can get that really tight. Fencing's not the fun part, but the next phase after is. So let's go 12 inches. This weather keeps up and we're gonna be drying out nicely, and we can clean up in here before the new livestock comes. Is that your kind of spot? Well, I got all of the old fence wrapped up. We'll save that for other uses, but we have 4 strands here now instead of 7. It is looking good. We are ready for the new livestock. If they don't show up and this dries out more and I can get a piece of equipment in here and clean out all of the old hay from the winter feeding, I will. If not, we can use it the way it is, but it feels good to have this all ready for the new livestock. We were waiting for a phone call letting us know when we can come get them, because being mud season, like we said earlier, the roads are not the best for truck and trailers in some areas, so we were waiting to get the, hey, come get them, our road is good. So it feels good. If we get more weather like this, we'll be able to get them a lot sooner, but I am seeing rain in the forecast. Warm weather, but rain. So we'll see what ends up happening, but it feels good. There's still snow in the mountains. Everything is still wet, snow melting. So we just gotta be patient. But I am glad to have this area done. So this is where we're gonna end this video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. I hope you guys were able to see some part of the eclipse. And I hope you're getting some nice weather like we are right now, because this feels amazing. Spring is on its way. And that also means we'll be getting piglets soon. I am excited for piglets. We're also trying to get a pair of breeding stock of pigs so we can start raising our own pigs here on the homestead. That's what the pig pen is for in there, so we can raise mama and papa pig in the wintertime when the mama has the babies. She can go in the barn. So yeah, I am excited for that. I am excited for the new livestock on top of the new pigs. That's not the livestock we're talking about. So lots of new things going on. Chicks are on order. That's not the new livestock either. Not anything we have had on the homestead before. So we are excited. Thanks for coming along. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.